You can do that, but your attitude should be different. It should be like Hanuman's. Hanumanji was asked. It's appropriate because otherwise you'll get confused. Because man is very a unique person. He keeps finding silly ways of getting confused. Hanumanji was asked by Ramchandraji, "Hey man, you have been with me for so many years. What is your relationship with me?" He says, "What can I say? I'm just a monkey." He says, No. You tell me. You are not just a monkey. You are a wise monkey. You tell me what is your relationship with me. Okay, now that you ask me, so I to tell you. When I consider myself to be the body, I am your servant, O Lord. When I consider myself to be the mind or the soul, because soul is at the level of mind, soul is nothing but consciousness and mind put together is soul. If I consider myself to be soul, then my relationship with you is that you are the total and I am a part of you. And when I think of myself as the consciousness, there is no difference between you and me. See the standpoints? This has to be clear. Oh, Swamiji said, don't take japa. Japa is not going to take you. No, you do whatever is required to make your mind transcend the limitations. Whatever help you get, it should be appreciated. And this and just like a pole vaulter takes the pole in order to go beyond. Similarly, we take the concept, this idea of Ishvara, Jiva, Jagat, it exhaustively explains the situation that we are in. And if you have a little bit of intelligence, acumen, you will see that yes, these three are supporting each other. If one is not there, automatically the trio falls away. If Ishvara does not have the world, Ishvara and Jiva, they are one and the same. If Ishvara doesn't have the Jiva and only the world, what will he do with it? Why did he create that world? Because he made it out of his own body, isn't it? So where is it? What will he do with that? No, then he has to put some, players. We are the human beings are the players. And if Ishvara is not there, how does an individual live a correct life trying to find a path through this maze of a world and find salvation? Because intrinsically human being is only searching for one thing: joy, happiness, peace, tranquility, solace, contentment. And if he doesn't take Ishvara, if we don't believe Ishvara is there at the initial stages, then we will not even study scriptures. Because who has given the scriptures? The Lord has given the scriptures, isn't it? And He is Himself telling us, don't get caught up with me, the reality is further. Because what are scriptures? They are the speech of the Lord, isn't it? That's what we say. That's what the scriptures say, that we are the speech of the Ishvara. And that speech of Ishvara itself is telling you that you have to go beyond Ishvara. We are not making it up. So what is this? You have to go beyond. What is that beyond? Going beyond Ishvara is the self, the pure consciousness. And this pure consciousness is Niranjanam. Niranjanam means that this Anjan matlab collyrium, na? Anjan is collyrium. They put in the eyes. to make it look beautiful, or to it is also antiseptic. And but it's an addition. In the reality, in the pure self, nothing can be added, nothing can be applied to it. It cannot be conditioned, it cannot be limited, it cannot be made more beautiful than it already is. So therefore, Niranjanam. So here they are saying that without the upadhi of Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, wielding the upadhi also is mithya. As an actor playing the role of a king or a servant is mithya due to the falsity of the upadhis. Upadhi means conditionings of a king or a beggar. So also the Ishvara wearing the conditioning of Sarva Shaktiman, Sarvajna is also mithya. That we say the Lord is all pervasive, that the Lord is Satchidananda Swarup, that the Lord is eternal, that the Lord is so. All this is we are speaking out of delusion. All this we are speaking out of delusion. If you can handle it, handle it. If you can't, stop coming. This is the truth. You have to go beyond. Even this idea that I am the consciousness, even this idea that I am the consciousness has to be dropped. Because as long as you are calling the reality as consciousness, the reality is much more than that. Can't give it a name. Otherwise you will create a concept of consciousness in your mind. Immediately. Mind is it's a fertile ground. Good at imagining anything. So therefore, just not only the Jiva and Jagat are mithya. Mithya means that which is existing in its own absence. A wave is existing in its own absence. A rainbow is existing in its own absence. Isn't it? They seem to be there, but actually they are not there. Similarly, this individual, this world that the names and forms, and the Ishvara, they are existing in their own absence. You go and say that in a church, they will burn you alive, even in today's date. So, the only antidote to this whole thing is to get out of this identification, is get out of body identification first. The only way to come out of body identification is practice, abhyasa and vairagya. Keep practicing, keep thinking, keep contemplating, keep ruminating, keep doing whatever is required to keep remembering that I am that infinite consciousness, to the exclusion of all other thoughts. I am the witness. I am not this world, I am not this body, I am not this Lord, the totality. I am independent of that. The individuality and totality only express at the level of mind. That mind in which these two express is called Maya. The teacher gives a beautiful simile to describe this state. Sadanande chidakashe, chidanande chidakashe, Maya meghas tadinmanaha, Maya meghastadinmanaha, ahantagarjanam tatra, ahantagarjanam tatra, dharasaro hiyattamaha, hiyattamaha. In the sky of Satchidananda, the Maya is the cloud, the mind is the lightning, and I am the body notion is thundering. In that darkness, the ignorance is the torrential rains.